picked up a pumpkin spice latte and a pumpkin cream chai. I've been searching for these for the longest. Not the PSL, but the chai. Every Starbucks I've gone to, they've been out of stock. So I can't wait to go home and try these and then do a little fall haul and show you guys what I found. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name's Amanda and today we're going to be doing a fall haul. I have a little bit of everything from food to home decor. I have a little bedding, some candles, tabletop decor, and I went to Michael's, Burlington, Ross, you know, all the stores, and I am so excited to share my fall, Halloween, my home decor with you all this season. This is my first year on YouTube, and for the longest I've wanted to participate in the videos and the content, and I just never got myself to get to that place. But this year we're not holding back. I love the decor concept that I came up with this year, and I am really excited to share and just let you guys see what's in the stores and what I got, because I definitely was on a budget and I'm just so excited to share everything. So if you're interested and you would like to see what I picked up, stay tuned. Okay, so it's gonna be a long haul. I got me a venti pumpkin spice latte with whip and pumpkin spice on top. And it is so good. Okay, so let's jump into the haul. The first item is going to be a picture frame, I guess, and I got this at Popshelf. I'm gonna try and go in order of stores, but forgive me if I forget, it's okay. But I do remember all the prices and pretty much where I got everything from. So, how cute and ornate is this? When I saw this in Popshelf, I saw this like in July, and I was like, oh, you know, it's too early, it's too early, it's too early. And I waited, and last week they had a sale 30% off all fall, and this frame was $30. It is made of plastic. The backing is like a PVC, and it comes with 2 hooks so you can hook it in place, and it is just darling. I love anything coquette, vintage, ornate, like very Victorian era, and this just says like come and dine. Like, I just love how gorgeous it is and like how big it is. And it was $14 from the $20 original with a 30%, and even without the sale, like and it's like an antique gold. I love it. Even without the sale, it's still a very, very good buy because it's substantial. To be honest, I like the fact that it's plastic because it's wipeable. So if you put it, if you're gonna be serving food or anything like that, you literally can just wipe it down. So that was the first purchase. Okay, so the pumpkin portrait was the first purchase. And then the next thing I got from Popshelf was this burgundy candle. I'm not sure if you can tell, but the story this year is like a burgundy kind of aubergine woodsy kind of color story. So I got some tabletop candles to go with it, and I love this. It just reminds me of like a vintage candle. I love the print, you know, very whimsical. And is that thunder? Oh, I hope the power doesn't go out. Houston. Oh, but this, it smells warm, woodsy, a little bit sweet, almost like spiced amber with some floral notes in there. And this is called Apple Cider. It's a 5-ounce candle, and this was $5, but again, they had 30% off, so I paid $3 for this. And it's a soy blend candle. So this is that. Now, the next thing that I got from Popshelf was actually, no, let me grab it. Taking a coffee break. Okay, great. So the next thing I got from Popshelf was this pumpkin acrylic drinking glass, and these kind of tumblers are really popular, but I didn't want glass because I wanted to be able to take it out of the house and not break it. So this is gonna be my travel mug for work, especially because it's plastic. I don't have to think so hard about where I'm gonna leave it or anything like that. If I lose it, you know, I'm not gonna be sad. It's not like one of my expensive ones. So for $3 and 30% off, this is really good. It has a suction, so it sits on really well. Like I said, it was $3 and 30% off. And the size of this is 19 ounces. So this is definitely like a good grande with a lot of ice. And that was all I got from Popshelf. Now I'm gonna move on to the food items because it's just a few seasonal themed fall items. I pick these up every year from Aldi, and these are the cookie mug toppers. I love these. I'm not a big fan of like pastries or cookies that have like things in them. I like a sugar cookie or a cinnamon cookie, like a snickerdoodle cookie. And these are almost like caramelized burnt cookies. They're not overly sweet. So it's really nice to pair with coffee because if anything, it illuminates the notes in the coffee depending on what you drink. Like I like creme brulee coffees, hazelnut, pecan, cinnamon swirl, like those kind of coffee flavors. This would go really well with it. And the sugar is not, the sugar crystal topping is not overpowering at all. So I would highly recommend. These were $2.79. The next food item, also from Aldi, is the pumpkin quick bread mix. Now, a trick that I learned is that you can take any box cake mix, dump it in a bowl, and then add a can, like I think it's a 15-ounce can of pumpkin pie puree, not like the pumpkin pie fill-in because that would be too sweet. And then you can combine it with any cake mix and you can come up with like pumpkin chocolate cake, pumpkin vanilla cake, pumpkin caramel cake. You don't have to buy this mix, but I just like to have this already on hand for when I want to make muffins or, you know, anything like that. And this was $2.19. And they give you all the instructions on the back. Like, even though it says quick bread mix, it's basically a cake mix. And then the final food item, also from Aldi, is the cinnamon roll maple syrup. And I love this to flavor coffees, any type of bread, any type of cinnamon roll to make icings, just as the sweetener of choice. Even if I'm gonna make like matcha, I'll use this to sweeten it. And this was $5. All right, so that was all the food items. Now we are gonna move on to, I guess, dishes, yeah, or like serveware. So for many years, I have always wanted the viral Anthropology cup. Like I'm talking like 5-6 years. They've come out with these icon glasses for every season, for every holiday, but I just couldn't get myself to spend nearly $20 on a cup. Well, I was God's favorite this year because who knew Walmart was gonna drop some dupes? And let me tell you, they're substantial. I mean, I love drinking out of these glasses. They're perfect for matchas, iced coffees. You can like top it up with ice and still have room to like add cold foam. And you guys know what I'm talking about. The viral icon pumpkin glasses. I got this one. I only got one of these because my store only had one left. In fact, I'm gonna overlay me in Walmart finding them today. But yeah, there was only one left. I tried to order it online and it kept kicking me out. And then I also picked up the ghost version. And I love this speckled kind of tortoise decor. I have a couple of vases and hurricanes already in this decor that's been trending for years now. I think it's very upscale and it just adds a lot of character to your home. And these were $5.97, I believe, something like that. So yeah, we got 2 of the ghost, 1 pumpkin, and then we have 2 of the bat ones, which I would have showed in the Pink Girly haul previously. But if you didn't see that, this is what, let me see if I can hold all of them. So this is the collection of icon glasses, the pumpkin, the bat, and the ghost. So I'm really proud of myself for hunting those down. Love them. I've already had dinner in this. Like, I've had a cranberry cider in this. I've had a chai in this already. Like, my family is gonna really enjoy these glasses. They're so festive, they're fun, right on brand, and they're really, really sturdy. In fact, I prefer these because they're higher on the sides. The Anthropologie ones are a bit shorter, maybe like 16 ounces or less. So highly recommend those. If you see them in your Walmart, run. Don't walk like I did because there was only one left. And speaking of which, for the longest time, I also wanted like another holiday crock, or I guess you would call it crock, cast iron crock. And I got a small one. I believe it's a 2-quart pumpkin casserole dish. I'll insert a photo so you can see what I'm talking about. And I got that one from Home Goods like 3 years ago, but it's not enameled, meaning that the inside is raw cast iron. So I like to do like cornbread in there, or like vegetables. Anything that's like non-stick is what I'd like to cook in that. But I've always wanted an enameled cast iron cooking pumpkin. And the one I had my eyes on for years was from Staub. So I love Staub. They're kind of, I wouldn't say the lesser quality of Le Creuset, but since everyone knows Le Creuset, I guess that's kind of like the superior. But Staub is a French brand also. They make amazing quality pots. I've had I guess you would call it like a high side skillet pan from them for years. Like, I'm talking like 2019. I've had this pan, and it's expensive. That pan was $4.99. And it has been with me for a very long time. I can saute on the stove, put it in the oven. Like, I've baked potatoes in it whole. I've done casseroles. I've done potato gratin, like a lot of things. But I'm just not in the market to spend that kind of money on a pot. So that was a long-winded intro to say that I didn't have any luck finding a version of it in Home Goods or TJ Maxx, Marshalls, because normally they would have something like that marked down, but no. But the other day I showed you guys that the Pioneer Woman came out with a pie casserole dish, and it was enormous. It was 3 quarts, and I made baked mac and cheese in there, so you would see that in the vlog. And what she also came out with is an enamel pumpkin pot, and this one is 3.5 quarts. So it's a good size for like a family of 3 to 5 people. You can do a lot with this. You can make soup. I'm a huge fan of cast iron because it maintains the heat. Like, when the meal is done and you put it on the table to serve, once you take this lid off, the food will still be piping hot. So it allows everyone to kind of make small talk and mingle and sit at the table and, adjust themselves before we dig in. And it's white, it has a gold top, it's dishwasher safe. I've already washed the casserole dish. Like, no chipping off the gold paint, like nothing. Like, the Pioneer Woman did her thing with this, and this was $37. The pie dish or baking casserole dish was also like 32 bucks. And I mean, look at this versus Staub for $1.99, and the size is even bigger. So I mean, I really lucked out with this. And they also have the mini baking coquettes where you could do like brownies, like souffle, mini chilies, small mac and cheese, baked brie. So I really hit the jackpot with this. I just, wow. And when I was purchasing it at the self-checkout, one of the employees at Walmart was like, "Oh my gosh, honey, like that is so cute. Where did you find that? Because I haven't seen it." And I was like, "Yeah, there was only 3 on the shelf. I think you guys are now just getting a truck." And she was like, "I'm gonna stop by and take a look. I need one of those." And I'm like, if you're a cooker, like if you do chili, if you bake, like this is an essential. So I'm so happy I got this, and it was under $40. So, as you can tell, I love to cook. Enough ranting and raving about my crock. The next one I got, and in that collection, the Pioneer Woman also has other baking dishes, but I found this one at Ross for a comparable price, and it was $11.99. Let me see if I can find the price for you guys. Oh, here it is. And this is a covered pumpkin pie dish. I plan on putting vegetables in this, any type of like shallow casserole, kind of like a frittata, an egg bake, cinnamon rolls, because it has the dome top. So when they rise, you know, it'll be able to stay warm while I add the icing. I mean, how cute is this? $12. And what made me get this instead of the one from Pioneer Woman is because it has a lid. Like, that's essential for me for keeping things warm, for serving. Like, 12 bucks, and it's oven safe up to 450 degrees. Like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, I could even bake the quick banana bread in this and turn it into a cake and put a glazing, and voila. Like, I'm really trying to elevate my serveware, and I have a lot of like white and, you know, but when it's the bird months, I want to be festive. I want my tablescape to radiate with that, you know, that energy, that vibe. I want it to be homely. I want it to be cozy. You know, there's a time and place for all white dishes, but this is not, you know, what I'm trying to give every Sunday when I sit the family down. I want them to see this. I want them to have as much joy as I do when I look at a pumpkin plate. You know what I mean? And what's even nice about it, it even has like a leaf embossed. Oh, $12. Like, you can't, like I said, I've spent $500 on that stove, and don't get me wrong, it's phenomenal. It's worth every penny. But when you run into things like this, it just touches you in a different way. So yeah. So moving on, this is my last item from Walmart. I forgot to show you guys, but they started bringing out the viral, oh gosh, they're mowing. Okay, they're mowing right now, so I'm gonna have to take a short intermission and be right back. Okay, so we're back. So what I was saying was, before they started mowing, I had one more item from Walmart, and it's in that collection where they have the velvet pumpkins. Now, I did see that Dollar Tree also duped the velvet pumpkins, but I found an even better one, and the size is massive. I can't wait to put it on my coffee table here. As you can see, the burgundy vibe. Are you kidding me? Like, look at my head, look at this. $13.87. Did you hear what I said? And the velvet ones are $9. Amazing. Now, I hope the throw on this is really, really good, because it smells good. It smells spicy. It doesn't smell bad at all. And it has 3 wicks. Like, this is a 13-ounce candle. Oh no, this is a 30-ounce candle. Like, and just look at the vibes. And once I hang the curtains, like, this just on the side of the credenza, or on my side, well, you can't see that from here, but on my sideboard, this is gorgeous. Like, I mean, Walmart has been coming out with from the glasses to the crock to the like, this is a massive candle. Later on in Ross, I saw like a small size of this for $7.99, and it was pink, and I was gonna get it for my pink room. But when you see the value of 30 ounces for 13, come on. Like, she is just gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. So that was the last Walmart find. And let's continue with some accessories. So, for the tablescape, I'm reusing the same tableware that I've been using for the past, since 2021, 2022. It's from Dollar Tree. And I think the serveware, like the actual dinner plates, are from Dollar Tree, but like the placemats and that stuff, that is from Ross. So to go along with that, I wanted to update my napkin rings, because I have standard rings. I only have 2 sets, a silver and a gold. And because I wanted this year to be more festive, when I found these, I almost gagged. They're hammered, they're gold. Our serveware, like not silverware, flatware is also gold. That's what we use all year round. So this is such a gorgeous complimentary you know, piece. These were $9.99 for 6. And what I love about them is that they're hammered, and I like how the top is curled. It's enough interest to stand out on a dinner set table, but not so much to take away from it, if that makes sense. So I really love these. And what else do I have for accessories? Yeah, let's move on to like tabletop accessories. So I went into Hobby Lobby and I was looking for like wreaths and all of that, and I did find a beautiful wreath. But before I got to that, I found these dish mats, and everything fall at Hobby Lobby is 40% off. They do the same thing every year. If you're watching this channel, I know you know, girl. So, or guy, I know you know what I'm talking about. So y'all will know the prices. So I got 2 of these because like I said, I want to elevate. I have standard dish mats that I use all the time. When I'm not using a dishwasher, they're just gray. My countertop is marble and it just goes, but like, no, like I want to feel joy when I'm washing the dishes, right? So here's joy. So one side is orange and the other side is leaves. I'm gonna have a ball. So I got 2 of those, and then I also got some picks to put in my wreaths. So I could just kind of show it all together because it's a concept that I have. So as you can tell, I'm doing burgundy this year. I showed you kind of, ooh, excuse me, I showed you the throw. You can kind of see the florals behind me. Look at this wreath. She is a big girl, okay? Do you see me? She is, she is the momia. She is everything. This wreath was 40% off. The original price is 60 bucks, and it's a 28-inch wreath. And I have it on the inside of my door, and she's just gorgeous. To go along with it, I picked up these wreath hangers from Michael's. These were 40% off, and they just have little pumpkins. I also have the one with the acorns and the bells, and these were half off. And what I love about the wreaths from Hobby Lobby, oh look, I'm holding it upside down. They have the hole in the back. So this just sits right in there, and it's no fuss. She is like, ooh, the variation in the leaves, I just, oh, I love that. So that is the wreath for inside, inside of the door. For outside, I'm gonna use the same wreath I've been using for at least 8-9 years now. It has pumpkins on it. I got it from TJ Maxx like way back in the day, like 2016, way back in the day. So I decided to get new wreath hangers this year because typically I get the orange ones from Dollar Tree. That's $1.25, but again, because my decor is, I guess, leveling up or upscaling itself, an orange wreath hanger just does not look right with that. Like, it needs some more razzle dazzle. So yeah. And so then I got some of the picks from that same, I believe these are called semi-fuga. Not sure, but let me see if it says it on here. No, but I think that's what the leaf is called. And I got some of the picks because I picked up some some garlands from Michael's. Now I've had, these are the typical $6.99 garlands from Michael's, and I have the ones with more yellow in them. I've had those for the past 4 years. I'm gonna put them in the bedroom this year because I'm trying to bring out more of those red tones. And as you can see, I'm gonna stick some of these picks along with these wreaths to kind of tie the wreath at the front door, tie the burgundy, the orange, and all the fall colors together. Now, what's different about the wreaths, the garlands this year at Michael's, is that some of the leaves are velvet. Like, okay, maybe you can tell. Do you see that texture on there? Yeah, normally they're just like the plastic kind, but no, like some of the leaves on here are velvet. So this one with the more green is gonna go in the kitchen, and the one that's more burgundy is gonna go in the dining room. So you can kind of just see how that's gonna go. And then the other pick that I got were these burgundy mums. and we're gonna kind of like stick these in there and use them as accent colors. Accent flowers. How cute. So I hope you see the vision coming together. And then to go along with the garland, also from Michaels, these are the, I guess, mini lights, or string lights. There you go. These were half off. They were $5. I got a couple packs of these to go ahead and string up in the garland, because one of the garlands is going to go on the banister that kind of anchors my dining table. So I want to make sure that that garland is hefty, well supported, and it has some luminescence at night, because I want the dinner to be vibey, So yeah, we got some of those. And then we got some ribbon to go ahead and hang up artwork. I also want to put some ribbon around the neck of some vases that I have in the home, and then some ribbon on the back of our bar stools. So here is the color selection that I got. I got an orange, a chocolate brown, and a tan. Now these two are definitely going to be used in Christmas as well, but the orange is primarily for fall. So yeah, and I might put some bows on some canvas pieces and on some framed artwork in my house as well. So I think these were a good addition to pick up. Now, some of this is Christmas ribbon, and Christmas at Hobby Lobby is 50% off. And then the fall ribbon is 40% off. Now, I also got some regular picks for the dining table, and these were $1.99 at Michaels, and these are just some burgundy baby's breath. Typically I keep white baby's breath all year round, but for the fall I want something darker. And the reason why I chose burgundy this year was because I felt it would be an easier transition to Christmas. So all of the florals that you see for Christmas are basically staying. I'm just gonna add green and that's it, which I already have. So it just, I love the little green pieces. I like how sparse it is, and it just makes for a beautiful arrangement. It's not overwhelming as you're sitting at the table, because some of the pieces I have in my home are quite tall and robust. Like, you can still have a conversation and see over these. So I highly recommend, and they bend so well, and for $1.99, you just can't complain. So that's it for the florals. While I was at Hobby Lobby, I also picked up some plates. I pick these up every year. Whatever the fall pattern is, I pick them up. There's nothing wrong with the good paper plate. Typically, we use these on the weekends for brunch. I'll do cinnamon waffles, eggs, bacon, some type of sausage, and we throw it on one of these. Everything fits on one plate. You toss it, stress-free. So I love me a good fall-themed paper plate. I also picked up this year copper mugs for the first time from Hobby Lobby. I've been a huge fan of these for one reason and one reason only. I'm Caribbean. I love ginger beer. More importantly, I love a Moscow Mule, because I'm not big into fruit. And so the two, I like a plain margarita, a Moscow Mule, and a mojito, because I only like citrus fruits. Yeah, why haven't I not had these before? And I've had copper pans and things like that in the past. I don't know what took me so long to hop on this train, but I did this year, and I cannot wait to even just serve a hot chocolate out of this. Can you see the elevation in the home? Love. And it's gonna go, well, you know what, let me not mention yet, because the next video is going to be decorating the dining area for fall. So I'm just hauling everything. And then the next video, you're gonna see how I do the fall tablescape. So I'm not gonna share just yet where I'm putting everything, but just know we got options. So let's move on to a little bit of the tableware. Come on, Coquette Girlies, tap in. How cute. This could be a ring dish. For me, this is gonna be a breakfast dish. On our table, we're gonna put our croissant or our waffle, our pancake, our pumpkin pancakes. On this is gonna be the side dish. Primarily because I guess not to be weird, but sometimes we don't like certain foods touching each other, and this is perfect. Like if we're gonna have a side salad, like it'll fit on this. If we're gonna have like dessert after, like a slice, like, you know what I mean? Like things you don't want to touch, or you don't want the sauces to mingle, or like a smaller portion. Like, you know, when you have your waffle and you want to put whipped cream or syrup or butter, you don't want it kind of like the syrup on your eggs, you know? So love this. This was $4.99 and 40% off. And then the viral Hobby Lobby plate. This is the salad plate. I wish they had the bigger plates, but they did not. And this was $5.49. It came out to $3 and change with the 40% off. And how cute. Not that I intended for them to go together, but look at that pattern. Like, love. So yeah. That is it for the serveware that we got. These are random that I got at Hobby Lobby, but I figured I would share if you are a girly girl, you like bows, hair accessories. They had these, which is something you would find at like Marshall's, TJ Maxx, you know, like Sunday State or Cupcakes and Cashmere. But these were gorgeous. The whole pack was $3.99. And these are things I just use on a daily. They have rhinestones, pearls, silver, and gold, so you can match to your jewelry. And then the final things I got from Hobby Lobby are candles. Now their candles, girl, big and massive, like that Walmart pumpkin candle. These are, I always get the Christmas candles every year. Yes, it's September, but the scents hit. They're 50% off right now, so I had to pull up. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I love a masculine scent in my home. Think mahogany teak wood. This is very much that. Leaves from Bath & Body Works. I have a leaves up there on the credenza burning. Amazing. These were 11 bucks and they're super thick. The glass is hefty, like, how many ounces? Yeah, so this is 13.2 ounces. So the Walmart pumpkin candle is even bigger than this, and this was 11 bucks and that was 13. So we got tree trimmings. We got buttery pumpkin. Now this one is, yeah, it says buttery pumpkin, but this one smells more like Old Spice in a very, very sweet way. Like, think of Old Spice and a cinnamon roll together, because sometimes when you hear buttery pumpkin, it leans more salty. No. Oh, it smells so good. So we got that. Then we got Christmas Joy. And I figured, even though it's like a red, because I'm doing burgundy, it still works. And this one, yeah, this one, it smells like Christmas, but more like sweet cranberry with some trees in the back. Yeah, think like cranberry and apple cider together. And then the final one that I got from Hobby Lobby is my all-time favorite. They also bring this one out in a woodwick. I get it every year, and it is Plentiful Harvest. Look at that amber color. This is like acorns, tree leaves, and Old Spice all in one. If you like really woodsy, ambery, cidery scents, then you'll love all the candles from Hobby Lobby. They burn really great at night. It's really nice to light them as you read a book or as you're in your room, because it gives that ambiance. Very moody. They look very high end. The rim on these are very thick, so it really gives upscale. I like to turn them with the names away just to give that like chic kind of Pottery Barn feel, you know, on a budget, because these are 11 bucks. But yeah, very, 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 you know, very that girl. So that was all I got from Hobby Lobby. I forgot to share this pumpkin pillow with you guys. This one is from Walmart, I believe. Yeah, so it's Way to Celebrate from Walmart, and it was 12 bucks. And she's just a cutie. I have one of these already in this taupe color that I got from Big Lots 4 years ago. I don't have many pumpkin pillows. This is the second one that I own, and then the pink one that I showed you guys for the pink room, and that's it. I don't really do a lot with the pumpkin pillows just because it's obvious it's fall, but these make a nice accent that I think I might put this one in the main bedroom this year, just kind of front and center. So yeah, I have one more item from Hobby Lobby, and every year I I use the same photo every year, but this year I've been very into ornate frames, as you can tell. So instead of putting like a happy fall y'all or those kind of signs over my oven, this year I wanted something more vintage. Now I wanted something with a gold frame because most of my kitchen is silver, but I'm actually kind of glad I went with this because most of the appliances and the hardware is silver. The gold would kind of take away from that. And it is this mushroom art piece. Now I wanted something that said fall, but without saying it. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't want a farmhouse. I want more so kind of like whimsical, like cottagecore kind of vibe. And I thought that this mushroom frame was gorgeous. It's an oval, it has a flat backing so I can command strip it to the wall. And it's also food related, if that makes sense. You can cook with mushrooms, saute mushrooms, that kind of thing, and it's in the kitchen. So I kind of wanted a nod to fall with tones that felt fall in a different kind of frame than a square, to kind of add some decor to the space, since I'm going to put garlands across the cabinet tops. So I thought this was gorgeous, and then I would go ahead and put a bow right on top to hang it with, and it would go above the stove. And I just thought this was darling, and it was $12. So yeah, a pretty good find if you ask me. And that's all the things that I got from Hobby Lobby. Oh, I'm missing one thing. I'm missing one thing. Right, the sheets. I got some new bed sheets from Burlington. We decided to kind of like switch around our bedding this year, and so instead of doing like a traditional, I guess, bed set that has like pumpkins or something fall theme, like I said, I'm trying to elevate. Like, I don't want to be sleeping on pumpkins or like sleeping on a black cat. No, I want something a bit more luxurious. So I found these chocolate brown sheets, and we're gonna go ahead and do like chocolate, yellow, green in the bedroom, like really ambery earth tones in there. So like cognac, some of this orange, some yellow. Oh, also I should have shared this, but this is a pumpkin blanket from Michael's, and it was 40% off. That's sitting here on my couch. But yeah, so this, I cannot wait to put this on the bed. It is the most gorgeous shade of chocolate. It almost kind of has some red in it, like it leans maroon, like, so I can't wait to dress this up on the bed. And this was $21.99 for a king size. Yeah. That was everything that I got. I know it was a long haul, but I was just really excited to share with you guys all the new things, all the new finds. I love watching these videos on YouTube. I love seeing what other people do in their homes, what they pick up, what their interests are. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and you will join me in the next one. Stay tuned. It's gonna be amazing. We're gonna be doing the dining room, and I hope that I will see you there. Bye. Thanks for watching.